Hello, everyone. This is Mrs. Buell. Thank you for joining our virtual orientation. I want to give a warm welcome to both our new and returning dolphin families. We are so happy you're here and feel so fortunate that you're trusting us with your children and their education. We know that we are moving into a school year that is unlike any other. We are teaching, learning, and working from home amidst a global pandemic, and we are plagued by racial inequality that has sat with our nation for far too long. Our job as educators is not just to move forward with our instructional plans, but to ensure that we are providing support to our community given the context that we are in. As we start the new year, we are moving from distance learning to online learning. Distance learning is what happened last spring. We had short notice when schools closed and had minimal time to prepare. For fall 2020, we began online learning, having gone through massive preparation to ensure that things are more structured and in line across our district and campus. Throughout this presentation, I'm going to be sharing our plans for online learning here at Jones Elementary. An important part of online learning is the distribution of minutes. There will be a total of 360 minutes of learning provided each day. Some of that learning will be synchronous, and some of it will be asynchronous. Synchronous instruction refers to any time when the teacher and student or students are live together online. This could be teaching a whole group, small group instruction, one-on-one conferences, or office hours where a teacher schedules meetings with students and families through Zoom. Asynchronous learning can be online or offline, but it is not live instruction with the teacher. It could be pre-recorded lessons, computer programs, or at-home activities. Throughout the day, there will be synchronous and asynchronous opportunities for your child, and what's important is that students need to be present for synchronous opportunities in order to participate. Of the 360 minutes in the instructional day, 240 minutes are synchronous time for teachers. It is not necessarily 240 minutes per student. Teachers will spend 180 minutes, if you look at the purple column, doing synchronous instruction with their students. This can be a mix of whole group and small group. Then in addition, there are 60 minutes of supplemental synchronous instruction, mostly designated for small groups, conferring, and also office hours. Please know the amount of synchronous time your child has will vary by day and at times by week. We have created a common school schedule of 8:30 a.m. to 2 p.m., which has us starting an hour later than if we were back learning on site. This is to give our families more flexibility in the morning. All activities will be posted, and all synchronous instruction will happen during these school hours, with an understanding that the asynchronous activities might happen for you and your family outside of those hours based on your needs. You can see we have built-in wellness breaks and an extended lunch, as we know some families might be coming to Jones at that time to pick up a grab-and-go lunch. You may have noticed that we do not have a minimum day on Wednesday. That will resume when we return to on-site learning. Our grade level teams have worked hard to create schedules that align with one another to ensure continuity across classrooms. What you see here is just a sample of one of those schedules. Each of your child's teachers will be reaching out to you to explain what their day and week look like. Each grade level schedule will look somewhat different from the other grade levels as they are individualized to the students they teach. In order to get started for the first day and week of school, we know there are some things necessary to support our students. We have just completed 2 days of materials and computer distributions. If you have just enrolled or you are not able to make it to our distributions this week, we will be offering 2 more on Monday and Tuesday from 7:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. Please come to pick up a district-issue computer, as they give easy access to district-provided programs, as well as security filters and an easier login capability. You will also pick up instructional materials for students, like paper, dark pens, crayons, pencils, and information like our online parent-student handbook. If you just picked up a computer, we sent you with instructions on how to log in. If you checked one out in the spring, you may be in need of a little tech support, so write down this phone number for all your technical needs. For a few of our newly enrolled students, all of your information had not populated in our computer system, so on distribution day, we were not able to generate your user ID or password. Your teacher or our office staff will be able to give you this information if you are in need. User IDs and passwords do not change each year. They remain connected to your child while they remain in San Diego Unified. Keep this information confidential and in a safe place. Our online learning programs vary depending on the age of your child. They will be accessing everything through Clever, which is our online district-provided web portal. Students in 3rd through 5th grade will utilize Google Classroom. That's where assignments and meeting notices will be posted. For our primary classroom, TK through 2nd grade, we will be using Seesaw, a user-friendly platform that is geared for younger students. Our district has provided a Zoom license for each teacher, and that will be our primary video conferencing platform for live and synchronous instruction. We will also use ClassDojo school-wide this year as our parent communication platform. As we transitioned into online learning, we revised our Splash expectations. We know that as a learning organization, we need to teach into our behavior expectations the same way we teach into academics. All students are on a continuum of their social and emotional development as we work to grow our students' independence and agency. We have to start with being clear about our goals and what an engaged learner looks like and sounds like. Your support in helping your child stay organized, optimistic, accountable, and respectful, both at home and when learning online, is greatly appreciated. We can absolutely expect some bumps in the road. That is the nature of the time we are in. By embracing our mistakes, we are embracing opportunities to learn, and modeling that is essential for our students. There are going to be frustrations along the way as we are continually adapting to the changes in how we operate. Keeping a positive attitude through the ups and downs will cause a ripple effect that impacts our students' motivation and happiness. There are some things you can do to set your child up for success during online learning. This will look and feel different in each home. It's important that you establish a family routine around things like bedtime, healthy eating, and exercise. Please also think about creating a workspace to help your child maximize their learning. Some considerations might be, does your child's workspace need to be in view of an adult? Some children work best when an adult is close by and some do not. So that might be something you work out with your child. Please make sure that when your child is on the computer, they are close to an outlet. So if their device is getting low, they can plug it in. Also, do everything you can to minimize distractions and pay attention to what's in view behind your child. For the privacy of your home, you may place your child in a location where their computer screen is facing a wall or a distraction-free background. You also want to help your child by making sure they have learning tools close by. For example, if they wear glasses, they should have them by their computer, as well as things like paper and a dark pen. We are not asking you to make any purchases, but you may want to consider a desk as a workspace for your child and headphones if they are easily distracted by noise. We're getting ready for the first week of school starting Monday, August 31st. This week will look and feel different than any other first week, and it will actually look and feel different than any other week this school year. Teachers will be attending online trainings around best practices for teaching online, curriculum, and supports for engaging learners. They will have daily check-ins with their students, and that will be between 9:45 and 10:45 a.m. This will look different for different teachers. Some will meet their whole class, some will meet small groups, some will meet with students and parents individually. This information will be shared when your teacher reaches out through their welcome letter. The rest of the day is flexible as students and families will be given asynchronous modules through their teacher's learning platform, so Seesaw or Google Classroom. Each day, your students will receive a new link to asynchronous videos and lessons. They will go to a choice board that looks like this. The top blue boxes are to be done daily, as the content in each will change with each day. Then there are also additional choices for the students to pick from. These extension choices down below will remain the same all week, so there is no need to complete them all in one day. On September 7th, there is no school in observance of Labor Day. September 8th, your regular schedule will begin. Don't worry, your teachers will make sure you are clear on what the schedule looks like and feels like. Here are some things that are just good to know. School photos are on hold until it's safe to return to campus. Yes, attendance will be taken daily, and it will be based on not just showing up, but also participating in class, both synchronous and asynchronous ways. During online learning, please notify your teacher if your child is going to be absent. While we are all eager to return to campus, please know that our district is working with UCSD health experts to determine a phasing plan of when and how we can return to campus. As you may have heard in the news, plans for the next phase are already being prepared. It is difficult to share information while we are still in the planning stage, as things can and often do change before a plan is approved by our Board of Education. We always strive to be timely in our communication, and please know we will update you when the next phase of reopening is approved. Starting Monday, August 31st, we will distribute grab-and-go lunches to students on a daily basis. This service is free for all Jones students, so come by between 12 and 2 p.m. Monday through Friday to pick up lunch. I want to give a shout out to our Jones Elementary PTA and the tremendous work they have been doing around the clock to help keep families connected and ready to start the new year. There are many opportunities to support our PTA. One thing you can do right away is become a PTA member. If you go on our new PTA website, you can sign up there. Your membership does not mean you are making any specific time commitments, but the cost of your membership is an investment in our school and will go a long way in supporting the massive efforts of our PTA, as those funds directly support all Jones Dolphins. Families, please know our staff has been working so incredibly hard to make this meaningful and special for your child. We want to welcome you to a year that is like no other, but a year that will be memorable and unique part of history. We know that we can connect with and love your children even from a distance. Our world is crying out at us right now for collective intention and collective effort to support one another. Our children are no different. At Jones, we strive to foster a growth-oriented community where a love of learning and a love of one another is present in everyday interactions so that our students can grow to be strong individuals that support strong communities. We will continue working hard to figure out and learn how to deliver the best education while we are in online learning. Remember the power of positive messaging. Our audience is all around us. We expect bumps in the road. Technology issues are bound to arise, and the way we address those challenges in front of our children sets the tone for how this year will go. So parents, as our partners, please stay positive, stay uplifted, and your kids will follow. If we link arms as adults, we can wrap ourselves around our children and provide them all the tools and resources they need. Thank you so much for your continued effort and support as our partners in education. There are many ways you can stay connected to Jones, including accessing our school website that we are updating continually, as well as following different social media accounts. That concludes our virtual orientation. Thank you so much for joining us. We are so glad to have you as a part of our learning community. We all know it's going to be a wonderful year. Thank you.